Welcome back to Black Evolution, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy Dabby D, and it's the first Black History Month podcast. We can talk about one topic, one thing, Black History Month, and evolving our tactics. Let's get into it. Hey. So, today, I have a very special guest. You know him as Mr. Entrepreneur. You know him as Mr. CEO. You know him as he is the job. He is Tyler, aka Mr. Kidd Klutch Productions. How you doing, young brother?
First of all, I want to say thank you for having me on here, Daniel, and I'm doing good. How you doing, man?
I'm good, brother. That's Listen, cool, man, we've been talking about this for a long time, about evolving our tactics. Now it's come to the fact that it's Black History Month. And because it's Black History Month, we're going to talk about where we've been and where we're going. Now, last year, we were talking about police brutality and this and that when the George Floyd incident was going on. And now, it seems that people are now trying to revive that up and da-da-da-da. But I'm just saying that we need to evolve our tactics when it comes to protesting and doing all that stuff. What do you think, my brother?
I agree with you what you said, because you made a great point, and it's something that actually was going on with me earlier this week. Was I sent the petition that I think on the last show that I announced. Some people, they was like, man, it was mixed reviews. You had a lot of people that were saying, well, I don't think it's going to do anything. And I was mad about it. But at the same time, I understood their frustrations because they've been seeing not much progress for a long time. So I see that they're beaten and defeated. But then there were others, they said they was going to sign it, and they lied and never signed it. And you had some that ignored it. So I think what has to happen is everybody has to get on one page. That's the first thing. The second thing is those tactics that we're using, they work, but everybody has to play their part. Everybody has to know their role. Everybody has to know their position. If you're gonna be an activist, be an activist. If you're gonna be the person funding it, fund it. If you're gonna be the person that's at the forefront presenting it to people, do that. If you're gonna be a person that's silent, but you're trying to get people involved, as far as you're doing stuff behind the scenes, it's good. But everybody has to do their part. We can't rely on this person and that person, and then when things don't go the way you want them to go, everybody's mad talking about the people. Because people keep saying it's white people that's keeping black people apart. It ain't white people anymore, it's black people. You gotta get off of this shit about, it's only when it benefits me. What is it gonna do for me? Oh, I don't feel like talking about it right now. We can't do that anymore. Address it.
Yep.
And that's why it's been going on for 400 and some years, because people don't want to address it. Now that we have white people at the table to address it, we need to get it done.
Yep.
Because I'm telling you, a year from now, if we don't address this right now, a year from now, ain't going to be shit going on.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to give a fuck.
Yeah. I agree with you, Tyler. I agree with you. We need to stay on topic, stay on page, and keep things pushing. Because a lot of times people get complacent when it comes to fighting for stuff, fighting for tactics. Like during the civil rights era, when we were going through oppression, like the world has never seen before, we kept fighting. We kept fighting back. Some through sit-ins, some through militant action. But whatever the case, we kept fighting back. Now, I feel, in my opinion, humblest opinion, that we've gotten complacent in a way. We stopped, and once we got our rights, the Voting Rights Act and what have you, we got complacent. And we're relying on quote-unquote politicians to save us and get us out of our current situation. But really, it's up to us to get out of our current situation. Not up to no politicians. They can help, but they're not ultimately going to help you get out of a situation. I believe John F. Kennedy used the term, don't ask what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. So instead of relying on other politicians to save you, you have to save yourself and rely upon yourself to do what you need to do. That's my thing when it comes to these tactics. It's not that the tactics don't work. It's that you got to stay on page, stay on point. And ultimately, when you go from here, you have to focus, be driven, have a program, and have a next step. I notice a lot of times with these tactics, they don't have an end game. There's no end goal. There is just, oh, we're going to protest. It's always reactionary. It's not proactive. It's reactive, not proactive. And that's the problem. What do you think, Tyler?
I'm going to echo those sentiments, but I want to address one thing that you said too. And you said was people did in the civil rights movement. And you're right. They did right. But I'm mad with people now. They keep saying, well, the civil rights generation didn't do anything. They made things worse. No, they didn't. Things was a hell of a lot worse than it is today. Think about it. Only thing I say is that the civil rights movement, only thing that should have been done is we should have maintained our ownership with our things. Even though we integrated, we should have maintained our businesses, our housing, all that. And I think that's the problem with black people today. They complain about all this stuff, but when it's time to do it, they don't want to do it.
Yeah.
And you got to understand, civil rights, for a lot of people right now, civil rights, it was a right. And people don't understand. It's a privilege. It's not a right. It's a privilege. And if you don't understand that, that's why you're going to act the way you act. You're going to get complacent.
Mm-hmm.
And then when things go on, you're mad. And I keep telling people this, and you and I, we talked about this a lot. With the civil rights bill, a lot of people don't understand the reason why police brutality and all this mess is going on, because police brutality is legal. That's what people don't understand. And that civil rights bill, it's police brutality was supposed to be included. But to get it through, Lyndon B. Johnson, he scrapped it out.
Mm-hmm.
Get it past Congress, because the original civil rights bill, the Kennedy one of 1963, it abolished police brutality. It included gender, sexual orientation, rights for black people, all that. But what people don't understand is that 64 bill scrapped a lot of that. And that's why people keep getting mad saying, well, it's loopholes and this and that. No, there were no loopholes. The problem was the stuff that was originally supposed to be in that bill
got rid of. They got rid of it.
It's cracked out. And that's the thing black people are not understanding. You keep fighting for the laws and stuff, but the laws you have to fight for is the basic stuff that was left out of that. The original civil rights bill, you keep saying get new laws to hold police accountable. No, you don't need that. You need to get a law that just stops police brutality.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we gotta understand. If you do that, that will change stuff. It may not change much, but it will change little. And people have been telling me all this week, I don't want to sign it because it's not going to change anything. Yes, it will.
Mm-hmm.
Because Martin Luther King once said to somebody, he said, why are we going to get this stuff passed? It's not going to stop people from being racist. And he said, yeah, I can't stop you from hating me, but I can stop you from lynching me. And that's the truth.
Yeah.
I'm telling people keep saying symbolism and that. I said symbolism means a lot in this country, because it symbolizes to the world what is going to be tolerated and what's not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got some detractors who are critics and what have you of our tactics, saying we're not militant enough. We're not militant.
Yeah. And it's another thing I want to address too, is I've been seeing posts with people saying that about Black History Month. They say, well, Black History Month is every month, or they criticize people because they want to put up Black History posts.
Yeah.
And I'm telling people, it's nothing wrong with you saying that Black History is every month but every day. I echo those sentiments, but where I have a problem is you start bashing people because they want to celebrate the Black people. Well, if we wouldn't have to have Black History Month if everybody recognized it every day.
Mm-hmm.
If we told people how proud we are of each other. If we actually supported Black businesses, actually supported Black people, we actually did not get complacent on stuff. We wouldn't have to do this.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm telling you. I'm challenging everybody. Stop with the shit and start doing stuff. If you want change, you gotta make change.
Yeah. And change doesn't happen overnight. Change takes time. Yeah. A lot of people will get mad talking about change isn't happening quick enough. It's not quick enough. It's not quick enough. Of course it's not quick enough. It's gonna happen over time.
That's not how it works. And I've been telling people, I say, if you really, your ancestors and your legends, when they were living, if you told them how great they were, like when he's dead, we wouldn't have this problem. We wouldn't have to be having Black History Month. We wouldn't have to worry about this.
Yep.
You recognize our legends, because I look at hip hop. Hip hop is the only genre of music to where they throw their legends away. They talk shit about them. They act like they don't exist.
Mm-hmm.
They don't play their songs on the radio. If you go on rock and roll, Ozzy Osbourne, he drops an album or a single, they don't play that all day because they respect their legends.
Yep.
We gotta get to the point where we respect ourselves.
Yep. Respect ourselves, respect our elders, respect our culture, respect everything.
Yeah. And I think as black people go around everywhere promoting Black Lives Matter, but you won't promote it in your own community. So
yeah.
That's where
you want to start killing each other. You're gonna kill each other, but then you're gonna say Black Lives Matter. That's what gets me frustrated. It's like, okay, Black lives do matter, but then you're gonna go around and kill each other over foolishness. And I'm like, wow.
Black Lives Matter to everybody but your own people.
Yeah. If Black Lives Matter, you wouldn't be on the drugs. You wouldn't be doing this. You wouldn't be doing all that stuff. You would be focusing on you and saying your life matters and stuff like that. And life is sacred.
Yep. Because I saw a Breakfast Club interview yesterday with Master P. I was listening to it, and he said he remembered when he started the ramen noodles. He said the first thing people want to say is, "Oh, it's too salty. Is this and that?" And he was like, "Y'all don't do it to the white ramen noodle companies."
Mm-hmm.
He said, "Why you do it to us, to your own people?" He's like, "I get you want to tell people tell them how they can make it better. Don't knock it. If you don't like something, tell them, oh, add this, do it like this."
Yeah.
I hear a lot of black people I've been seeing and hearing them say, "Well, I get tired of people saying, well, support black businesses, do this and that. Just because you're a black business, I don't have to support you." I said, you're right about that. You don't have to support a black business if you don't want to. But you should feel obligated because what that black business can do for your community, it can do for your siblings, it can do for your whole family and your future kids. Or your kids now. It does a lot. And also, you won't have to worry about getting disrespected. When things go down and you don't want to shop at this place anymore, you got your black business.
Yeah. Got black businesses, black companies, and everything else. And
that's what people don't understand.
Black banks.
And I feel too, if you don't support it, if you don't like the particular product they sell it, you don't have to buy it. I'm not going to force you to do that. But this is what I'm saying. You send somebody else there that may be interested and help them promote it.
Yeah.
Give them words of encouragement. There's more ways of supporting black businesses without you buying stuff.
Yeah.
That's what people don't understand. And also too, when you go to a black business, don't think you're gonna get a discount or you're gonna get free shit.
Exactly.
Because you can't get it at you can't get it at a regular company with white people.
Yeah, but you can go to our own people like, man, can't get that discount, man. Help a brother out. It's too high. No. You gonna pay the full price, just like you go to every other company. Every other white company, black, Asian company, etc. And you're going to pay the full price. You're not going to go to us and be like, oh, man, let me get a discount. No. Pay the full price. I'm tired of seeing that.
Yep, you go to Gucci, Fendi, Prada, all those places, and when it's time, you pay full price. You go on the gram stunting, showing everybody what you got.
Yep.
So I paid this much for that, but when you go to a black business, it's too much. Why the price is so high? Why the price is so high? I can't afford it. Yes, you can.
Yep.
We have in the black community, we have $1.3 trillion
spending power.
So you can't sit there and say you can't be done. It can be. You know how much that is? That's a piece of the pie of the American economy. Think about it. That's power.
If we have all this power, we don't use it. That's a problem.
Yeah. $1 trillion. Yeah, we use it for the wrong people. We use it for Black Friday.
Yep.
We use it for Cyber Monday. We use it for Valentine's Day. All these corporate schemes, Christmas, Halloween, and that stuff can be put into your local businesses or into your black businesses.
Exactly.
If you shop local, you're gonna see the economic rise in it.
Exactly.
Economic growth.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, brother, I agree with all your sentiments, especially with the black businesses. But in terms of closing out, where do you think black people should go from here on out in terms of our tactics, in terms of our businesses, in terms of our spending power? How do we get black people to ultimately change their mindset about the black businesses and about this and that? How do you feel that we need to change our mindset?
I don't think the mindset is going to change, but I think the growth of different companies and prominent people, if they start leading by example, I think some people will come over a small percentage.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think many will come, but I think it has to be a trickle down effect to where the top sets the example to the bottom. And I think what has to happen is a lot of prominent people, they have to put more resources into black communities.
I agree with you on that.
If they see these prominent people investing in their communities, maybe they would take more pride in their communities. And that's the thing too. We can't change the mindset, but we can show you how to take pride in yourself. Take pride in what you do. Yeah. Take pride in your community. Take pride in work ethic. We just don't be prideful, but take pride in it. If you take pride in stuff, it's going to motivate you to want to do better.
Mm-hmm.
Because statistics say if you invest in communities, those communities, you're going to see a rise and growth in education. We got to invest in education. We got to invest in stores, doctors' offices.
Yep.
Churches.
Yep, exactly.
All that.
Exactly. I agree with all the sentiments, brother. And closing out, I believe that with our mindset, with that mindset like that, how we need to change our communities, we need to change economic policies and everything else, and have growing black businesses. I believe that ultimately we're going to succeed, because if we just get people to invest in our communities, ultimately we will succeed. Change doesn't happen overnight. Change takes place over time. That's just my one thing I want to close out on. And I just want to say, Tyler, it's been a pleasure having you, brother. Thank you for coming on the show, The Black Evolution. And we will see you next time, brother. All right, this is Gab Dale from The Black Evolution, and we signing off.